Good evening and welcome to Cooking with the Count. You know, the weather is changing around here and it's getting a little bit cold. Cold in Florida, it's 40 degrees. Yeah, it's cold. Anyway, I made my wife French onion soup from scratch. As you can see, we've got a few ingredients. Miss Gabriella is going to tell us all about them.
Mozzarella,
Parmigiana, Fontina, Gruyere, and Swiss.
flour, a bay leaf, and some thyme, some butter, some red wine, and then some beef broth.
Very good.
And a garlic.
Yeah, that's perfect. And 3 nice big onions.
Yep.
So it's not going to take long. It takes a little bit of time to simmer it down, but it's not a hard recipe. It's actually very easy and very, very, very good for you at the same time. So we're going to slice our onions. I like to make them about 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick. I was actually talking to my butcher tonight, and I was telling him, he says, so what are you making tonight? And I says, French onion soup. And ironically, he started laughing. He says, I'll be watching that video. He goes, I've never made French onion soup because I've only had it in restaurants. And I says, it's easy. And for some reason, a lot of people think that it's a very difficult recipe to make. It really isn't, as you can see. You know, the fun part is, I've put my stick of butter in the Dutch oven. You're going to break up the onion rings into onion rings, like if you were going to make onion rings, and just throw them in the butter, like so. Now, another way that you can do it, if you don't want to keep them whole, you can actually slice through them, but I kind of like to do it this way. Kind of gives it a nice look in your pan. You're going to cook these down for about 20 minutes. Get them nice and brown. So with that, we'll be back in a few minutes when I get all these broken apart. Yeah. Now we're gonna cook these down about 20 minutes. Gonna get them nice and brown. They're gonna be so good. I'm gonna add, I've got 3 cloves of garlic that I've chopped up. Bring that, incorporate that garlic in there. Now you don't want your garlic to burn, so you want to wait, you know, like I said, till your onions are starting to caramelize a little bit before you add it. And we're going to add our thyme. You'll be able to pull out the little stems after. The thyme really does make it. And of course, your 2 bay leaves. Again, it gives it a wonderful flavor. Very easy to incorporate. Oh, I wish you could smell that. It smells so good. That thyme just works in with the onions, and it really gives it a wonderful, wonderful flavor and smell. All right, let's just go ahead and cover that. We'll let that simmer a little bit longer. These were some really juicy onions. And as you can see, they're starting to caramelize slowly but surely. I'm patient. That's all it takes. And all that brown, yeah, we're gonna work with that. That's our flavor. As you can see, our onions have caramelized pretty nicely. Plus they've shrunk down nicely too. That's why when you're making these and you think, oh well, I've got too many onions, there won't be too many onions by the time you're done. Alright, let's go ahead and take out our bay leaves. I've taken out most of my stems from the thyme to get them out of here. And now, yeah, those are looking good. Now let's dust it with flour. This is going to thicken it up a little bit. About 3 tablespoons of flour here. And we're going to cook it off so that the flour, you want to cook off your flour. You don't want to do them too fast. Oh yeah. Aha. I found another stem. That's looking good. I'm going to cook that off for a minute or two just to get that flour to absorb, cook off. Looking good. Yeah. Now we're going to add a cup of red wine, and we're going to cook this until the wine literally disappears. Won't take long. You can see it's evaporating pretty fast. Yeah. As you can see, the wine has just about totally cooked off. And now we're going to add our beef broth. And one more. And then we're going to simmer this for about probably 10 minutes. Let all those beautiful flavors meld together. Now we want to kind of wash the pot. That's what I call it anyway. I'm sure there's a good technical term for it. I don't know what it is. And honestly, I don't care what they call it. But what I'm doing is getting all those flavors that were the sugars and what have you of the onions to go right into that broth. So my pan will be almost clean by the time that this comes to a boil, and then after we can put it into our little tureens and add some cheese, and it's going to be incredible. See, as you can see, that it all comes off. That's flavor. An incredible, incredible flavor. Now I think we're just about ready. Let's take the cover off. It's been simmering for about 10 to 15 minutes. Oh, look at that. That has brought together a beautiful, beautiful broth. Now, some people like to put bread in the bottom of their bowls. I prefer to fill these up. We're gonna put plenty of cheese on them. We've got 5 different cheeses that we're gonna add to this. I'll tell you what, I'll be happy when they make smell-o-vision. This smells incredible. So we're gonna fill them up with cheese, and then we're going to bake it in the oven. Whilst we bake our bread, we got some beautiful baguettes that we're going to put some olive oil on and some cheese, and it's going to knock your socks off. So with that, give me a minute and we'll move to that counter. I'll meet you there. Okay, if you remember, we have some mozzarella. Take a nice little handful of that. Put that on. So, do it on each one. With that stringiness. Now some people just do it with, you know, 1 or 2 different cheeses. I just like the cheese. And we've got some fontina. I'll give it some nice string. Yeah. Some Gruyere. Gruyere is the epitome of cheeses when it comes to stuff like this. Gruyere is a little expensive, but in my book, it's worth it. And last but not least, some Swiss. That looks pretty darn good to me. And of course, we're going to keep the rest of this cheese on our bread. We're going to put the bread in the oven with a little bit of olive oil. I'll show you in a second. Anyway, in the meantime, we're going to put this in the oven. Get this so it's nice. Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back. Nice little spray of olive oil. Hi, I'm sorry, but I do love the spray olive oil. Okay, now we're going to spray the other side. Parmesan cheese. And a little bit of fontina for some string. Or more string. Needless to say, you're not going to have a loaf of this bread. It is very filling. Okay, and we're back. We've plated it up. Gabriella's got a bowl. It's cooled off a little bit so that she can actually eat it. And, want to try it?
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, if you notice, she's missing her 2 front teeth. So it's making it a little bit hard for her to bite into the bread. So we get a new poster child for all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. Anyway, I'm dying to try this myself, so yeah.
This is really good, Dad. Good job.
Mm-hmm. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll make it for your family. It is really incredibly good. That cheese is, you can see we've got nice big stringy cheese and the onions. Yeah, it's to die for. Anyway, with that, thank you for joining us with Cooking with the Count. You can visit us on our website at
www.cookingwiththecount.com.
Like us on Facebook.
Give us a big thumbs up.
And God bless.
And subscribe to our channel.
That's right. So with that, God bless. Thank you for joining us, and bon appetit.